Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving into the latest drama surrounding Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, as Angela Levin calls out Meghan's apparent need to hold on to Harry, literally and figuratively. From the Sun's suggestions to rehabilitate Meghan's image to the challenges the Sussexes face in Hollywood and beyond. Is Meghan too controlling? Can the Sussexes regain public favor in the UK or the US? And, most importantly, is their marriage under strain? Let's break it all down, segment by segment, and you don't want to miss what Angela Levin has to say.
The mainstream media continues to want to try and rehabilitate Meghan Markle. What's this about? Are they just so scared that Prince Harry and Meghan keep suing them? Because I don't think a rehabilitation is possible. However, the Sun does. They write, and they've presented actually to Meghan Markle, 5 things that she can do to save her reputation and relationship with the British public. Now, it's interesting they talk about the British public because in America, things are not going well for Harry and Meghan. Look at this Star magazine front cover, because I find it fascinating given that Harry and Meghan used to say, oh, there's no tabloid media in the US. Well, now, referring to Megxit, they say, 5 years later, Meghan and Harry's shattered world, they left England to rule Hollywood, but every project flops, friends disappear, and power players mock them publicly. How it all went so wrong so fast. But anyway, Angela Levin's verdict in just one moment. But first, let me tell you what the Sun believes are the 5 things Meghan must do for us to love her again, because we're going to take her back into our bosom, apparently, according to the Sun. So they say, be by Harry's side. Okay, so be by her husband's side, right? More charity work. Oh, she's going to hate that suggestion. She only does an hour a week. Reconcile with her father. Well, yes, I've been saying that for years. Reunite the children with the king. And visit the UK. Now, Angela Levin, I'm sorry, I've got to be honest about this, and I'm more than happy if you want to have a different opinion on this. Of course, as always, we are all about free speech, but I think the Sun have lost the plot. Because I don't think those things would change Meghan Markle's reputation with the British public. I don't think the British public actually want her to visit the UK. And I don't think that we're going to forget in a hurry, Angela, if ever, the misery that she caused the late Queen Elizabeth II, for example, the misery that she's caused Catherine while she's been battling with cancer. So personally, I don't understand, what is this desire in the mainstream media? Maybe you understand it. Like, why are they so desperate to save Meghan Markle's reputation?
Oh, I think it just takes up newspaper space, really. I think it's a load of junk, actually, from beginning to end. And also, it's really not our business. You can't say to someone, go and be friendly with your father again, and then I'll like you, because that's a nonsense, isn't it? If she really can't bear him, she shouldn't go and see him, because she'll only upset him. She's not going to be there and be nice forever. I mean, it's a silly thing to do. It's a silly thing to say. And actually be by Harry's side. I mean, she's just sent him off for months on end. I mean, what? In any case,
But he seems happier without her by his side.
He may not. He might be acting. But
Yeah, true.
the thing is, it's absolutely not our business to tell them how to live. Whatever my feelings are, and you know them for quite a long time now, I wouldn't dream of interfering with their marriage and say, go and take your children to see the king. If you don't want to, or you're using that as a plot that you want him to let you have 24/7 protection by police, that's, you're holding it onto that. It shows what awful people they are, and therefore leave them alone. The only thing I would say that they need to do is to stop living in the past, get on with what you want with your own life, and stop being phony. Don't keep going around pretending you're still a member of the royal family when you can't help people like in Africa, that you can help them with money or produce, anything like that, because you can't. You can just make them spend a lot of money trying to protect you, and that's all you can do. You're not standing up. United Kingdom, America, or for the royal family. You're just going along there to try and pretend that you're still worthy. You left in 2020. You wanted to leave. Meghan couldn't stand it from the time she was there. So what are we doing? Crawling on the floor saying, please get back because we love you so much? We do not, and it's not our business. Do what you like and leave the royal family alone.
Angela Levin doesn't hold back, pointing out Meghan's controlling behavior, holding onto Harry's hand, pulling him back when he tries to interact with others. It's like she's afraid to let him out of her sight. Now, here's the thing, healthy relationships are built on trust and independence. When one partner feels the need to micromanage the other's every move, it's a red flag. Meghan's actions might come across as protective, but they also scream insecurity. And insecurity, especially in a high-profile marriage, can be a recipe for disaster. Meghan famously referred to her relationship with Harry as salt and pepper, a dynamic duo. But what happens when one spice overshadows the other? From what Angela describes, it seems like Meghan has taken the lead, leaving Harry in the background. For someone who once thrived as a military leader and an independent royal, this diminished role has to sting. Relationships thrive on balance, and right now, this one looks anything but balanced.
I think if you don't like your family, go off, live your life. They've had opportunities galore. 16 bathrooms, gardens near the sea, lots of things that they could do. So get on with it. Don't keep going backwards. It's pointless.
Yeah,
and we
totally
should
agree.
shut up as well about that.
Totally agree.
Oh.
There is reporting, though, out of the US, Andrew, and this is, again, what I find so interesting, because they thought, or they claimed, that they were going to America and they were just going to get glowing coverage, right? And beautiful covers of Vogue magazine and Harper's Bazaar. But in fact, it's now the American tabloids that are reporting in detail about what's really going on within Harry and Meghan's relationship. So this is from In Touch Weekly, that reports Prince Harry and Meghan Markle don't think that their separate lives are a big deal. I just want to take you through a couple of aspects of the story, Andrew, and then I'll get your reaction to it. But a source tells In Touch they really are leading separate lives lately, and they're okay with that. While others might consider the long-distance nature of their relationship a big deal, Harry and Meghan don't. Meghan wants to be taken seriously as a big player, and in Hollywood, appearance is everything. Meghan got tired of always being a package deal. She's long been super independent, which has caused some tension, but now she and Harry are on the same page. And they then go on to say that they have, and this is their description, Andrew, it's a very odd description, a mutual understanding now. The source says the children come first and they're both there for all the important events in their lives. They can be apart without any jealousy, but it's crucial they come together as a family. When Harry's away, he FaceTimes Meghan every night. She texts him little love notes, pics of the kids, encouraging words throughout the day. That's how they stay connected. So this seemed like a very odd report to me. What do you make of it?
Let's talk about the Sun's 5-step plan to rehabilitate Meghan's image. Be by Harry's side? More charity work? Reconcile with her father? Sure, these sound good on paper, but let's be honest, would any of this really work? Meghan's issues with public perception run deeper than her relationship with Harry or her charity hours. It's about authenticity, or lack thereof. People don't just want to see actions, they want to believe in them. And that's where Meghan continues to fall short. One of the recommendations is for Meghan to reconcile with her father. Honestly, this is long overdue. Family drama is relatable, we all have it. But the way Meghan's handled her relationship with Thomas Markle has been anything but relatable. A simple phone call or visit could go a long way in humanizing her, but for some reason, that hasn't happened. And until it does, the public will continue to view her as cold and ungrateful. Another suggestion is to reunite the children with King Charles. This one's a no-brainer. The Sussexes have constantly claimed that family is important, Yet their actions tell a different story. By keeping the children away from their royal grandparents, Meghan and Harry are not just alienating themselves, they're alienating their kids from their heritage. It's a lose-lose situation that only reinforces the narrative of estrangement.
Oh, well, I don't believe a word of it, actually. I think it's nonsense. You know, Meghan wants to be taken seriously as a big player and in Hollywood. Ah, well, she's tried that years ago and she's not. So she still thinks she's going to be a big player. She's not going to be starring in anything at all. And so that's rubbish. She's super independent. But that's not true either. I mean, she hangs on to Harry as if she doesn't dare let him go. This whole salt and pepper thing, that's what she was so proud of. But she holds on to his hand, and if he gets up to go anywhere, you can see she often pulls him back, and she keeps on holding his hand. And if he doesn't want to hold her hand, he moves it out, and then she grabs it. And she holds on to him all the time. She holds him on the back. She keeps her hand there. You know, I have never seen anyone who is less independent, actually. Let him go off and talk to other people. But she's got to be there. She's got to be there in the front. She's got to do the talking. And he has to be quiet at the back. If there's a big picture of them, she fights to get into the front and smiles and looks very happy and checks where he is. He's at the back between all these other people. He won't be able to get away. You know, I mean, it's funny. You know, but also this thing about there was an unexpected turn. He grew sloppily angry, then snapped. And he spoke to his love harshly and cruelly. Now, what do we know about Meghan? She never shouts. She's as sweet as pie. She's gentle. She's kind. She never shouts at Harry, does she? We all know that. He just, you know, now and then is the naughty one, but she's perfect. Me, miss, me. You know, it's ridiculous. And also the thing is, the children come first, but you're not going to see them. You're just going to do it remotely, like we're doing via Zoom. You know, hi. What's that going to help them? That's not going to make their friends. They don't see anything from their family anyway, apart from Meghan's mother on either side. Can you imagine those poor children? They've got children love grandparents and they love cousins and they love aunts and uncles. It makes them feel they're part of a lovely family. But, you know, now they're not going to see their dad unless he just goes, oh, hello. And if she has a FaceTime every night, she texts him little love notes, pictures of the kids. She's not even going to see them live. They're going to have pictures and encouraging words throughout the day. That's how they stay connected. Well, you know, I hope I've never heard of anybody else who does that, because I would feel incredibly sorry for them. This is not a way to have a relationship of any sort. If Harry had to go away for a while and do some sort of business, or he was going to Africa to do something important, that would be different. But he's going little bits, because she doesn't want him back, obviously.
Let's shift gears to Meghan's struggles in Hollywood. Remember when the Sussexes said there's no tabloid culture in the US? Fast forward, and now even Star magazine is calling them out. Hollywood is all about perception, and right now, Meghan's image is anything but favorable. Failed projects, dwindling friendships, and public criticism have left her reputation in shambles. If she can't fix things in the US, what chance does she have in the UK? The Sun suggests Meghan should do more charity work, but let's be real, how effective would that be? Charity isn't just about showing up for an hour and taking photos. It's about genuine engagement. Meghan's charity work often feels performative, and until she changes that perception, it's unlikely to win her any points with the public. Hollywood doesn't forgive easily, and Meghan's struggles there are a reflection of that. Power players in the entertainment industry reportedly mock her failed projects and over-the-top PR campaigns. If Meghan wants to turn things around, she'll need to prove she's more than just a title or a headline.
Very well
Here we
put.
are.
Very well put. I'm lapping that up. That is the ultimate response from Angela Levin. Angela, look, I want to take you through this breaking story right now. So we'll be learning about this for the first time together because it's an exclusive in the Daily Mail. But the headline is Suspicious Prince Harry accuses the NYPD of a cover-up in unseen emails demanding arrests. Now, Angela, this dates back. Do you remember we spoke about a lot at the time, the false police chase that never was, the car chase, sorry, around New York City that never was. But this is a fascinating new revelation, Angela. So let me just read out what they're reporting. So the Mail reports Prince Harry pressured New York cops to speed up their investigation and make arrests after their high-speed chase with photographers through the streets of Manhattan. He even claimed there was a cover-up. Now, this is according to letters and emails obtained by the Daily Mail. Now, previously, I had seen some of these letters online, but I had been unable to verify that they were actually genuine. But the Mail has now done that, Angela. So in one email sent to the New York Police Department, it read, "The Duke feels intentionally misled and is suspicious of a cover-up." Harry also demanded that arrests be made the very next day and threatened to make an official complaint. The demand came after John Hart, the NYPD's top intelligence officer, had sent police in London 2 letters, one saying there was not enough evidence to make arrests, and a second 3 months later saying there was. To date, no arrests have been made. Now, I think this really suggests, Angela, doesn't it, that Harry is completely paranoid, but also believes that he can use his influence, use his position to try and demand action. Because if you look at this letter here, you can see that it's very, very detailed in terms of what he is asking for. And I think actually quite inappropriate, Angela, especially given what we have learned about what really happened that night. I know this is just breaking, but what do you make of it?
Angela, Levin and Dan Wootton raise an important point about Meghan's legal battles with the media. While lawsuits can protect your reputation in the short term, they also make you look combative and thin-skinned. In the court of public opinion, perception matters more than legal victories. Meghan needs to rethink her strategy if she wants to regain public trust.
It is very strange, isn't it? And we know that the police have said there wasn't hardly anybody, they couldn't move fast, so they couldn't have been chased in the first place. The driver, who wouldn't have actually known who he was taking, he wasn't employed or anything, he was just given this job. And he said, there was never a speeding time, not at all. I think it's really weird that Harry now loves to take people to court. He's got 2 cases coming up in the United Kingdom, one next year and one the year after, where he hopes he'll make a lot of money. And he wants now to take in America, he wants to have a court case. That's the best way to make friends, isn't it? I mean, they don't like them now very much anyway. So why punish them for not liking them? It is absolutely ridiculous. And why do you want to have that hanging over you all the time? That's what I mean about start your life, have a positive life. Don't keep going back to one time which most people think hasn't happened at all, because there's so much traffic in New York that you never get these type of things anyway. But Harry's determined, absolutely obsessive about getting this done. But if there's some little thing that he could get and he gets a few dollars, it's not going to satisfy him. He'll go back again and then again and then again, as he's doing in the United Kingdom. It's just absolutely tragic that he feels this is his main thing to do.
Let's address the elephant in the room, the state of Harry and Meghan's marriage. Angela Levin's observations suggest a relationship under strain, with Meghan's need for control and Harry's apparent discomfort creating visible tension. High-profile marriages are tough, but when the cracks start showing in public, it's a sign that things might not be as rosy as they seem. Even if Meghan were to follow all of the Sun's advice, would the British public really forgive her? Angela Levin doesn't think so, and I have to agree. Trust, once broken, is hard to rebuild. Meghan's actions during and after her royal tenure have left a bitter taste in the mouths of many Brits. A few photo ops or reconciliations won't erase years of controversy.
Oh my God, Angela, you are so right. Absolutely so right. Love how you put that. But look at this letter. I just can't believe the arrogance of this man. So this is the letter sent directly on behalf of the Duke of Sussex. He has asked that certain things be taken care of by this Friday. He would like the arrests of the paparazzi to happen, or have an official letter stating why they have not been arrested, or a letter from the DA's office on why they haven't accepted charges. He intends to file a formal complaint about the handling of the situation since May, and a complaint against you on whether the DA's office had the evidence of the paparazzi in the first place to press charges. The Duke has contacted Governor Gavin Newsom's office to assist in finding the right point of contact in the Manhattan District Attorney's office or higher up for further discussions. So there you go, Angela. This is what he does. And unfortunately, in America, it works because they actually came back to him. And this is what's so annoying. They come back to him. This is the letter from the city of New York. And they say, as a result, we will be enhancing the security resources afforded to the Duke and Duchess on future visits to the city, beginning with an upcoming trip in the coming weeks. So he gets what he wants, Angela, by making these ludicrous threats. In America, he does. And how fascinating that he name drops Governor Newsom, you know, the Democratic governor of California, who Meghan has tried. Oh, these people. I'm sorry, as I say, this is the first time I'd seen these letters, but I didn't know they were genuine. I can't believe the arrogance of this guy. Seriously, there was no car chase, Angela.
No, but I think he wants to be powerful, and he has to look around and see how he can do it, just as Meghan wants to be shown. So she goes around any old party, whether she's invited or not, or stands on a red carpet, or goes in there and, you know, here I am. It's the same sort of thing. But I think America thinks, oh, we don't care if we give him another car, so what? I think it's that. I don't think they believe that he's come across the most terrible thing that's been happening in New York against them. You know, he sort of feels everyone's against him, which they're not really. It's just he creates that himself. He's against himself.
The Sussex brand, once seen as modern and progressive, is now synonymous with controversy and failure. If Meghan and Harry want to salvage their reputation, they need to move away from the drama and focus on substance. But given their track record, that seems unlikely. It's not just the British press that's critical. US tabloids have also turned on Meghan and Harry. Once darlings of the American media, they're now facing the same scrutiny they tried to escape in the UK. This shift in narrative speaks volumes about their diminishing influence. Angela Levin wraps up with a powerful critique of Meghan's inability to adapt and her strained relationship with the public. Her insights highlight a deeper issue: Meghan's refusal to take accountability for her actions. At the end of the day, the question is whether Meghan can turn things around. Angela Levin suggests that letting go of Harry and focusing on her own path might be the answer. But is Meghan capable of that kind of self-reflection? Only time will tell. What do you think? Can Meghan rehabilitate her image, or is her reputation beyond repair? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more unfiltered takes on the stories that matter.